Hi, I'm Brad with That Damn Nerd, and on this week's episode, we're going to talk about the T-Mobile Home Internet 5G Gateway, the service, and the device itself. We're going to go through the benefits and the drawbacks of this device, and we're going to talk about how to integrate it into your existing setup as a failover. Stick around, it's going to be a great episode. So first and foremost, I want to point out that this is not a sponsored video. I went to my local T-Mobile store, I picked up this device myself, and I'm paying $30 a month for it. My reviews are my own. They are not being paid for by a third party. However, if someone does want to reach out and sponsor me and make this free, that'd be great. But everything that you hear in this video is my own opinion, and it's not being paid for by someone else. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so first let's talk about what's actually in the box. And it's pretty straightforward with this specific device. It's actually listed right here on the back. It is the device itself, the instructions, and the power adapter. Now, this actually uses a USB Type-C power adapter. I believe it's about 5 watts. I'll post the actual wattage down below. It's between 5 and 12 watts. It uses a USB Type-C adapter, which I absolutely love because it creates a uniformity where you don't have to worry about a barrel jack and it being the correct polarity or voltage or anything like that. But as long as you have one that kind of meets the same criteria, it should work without damaging the device. We'll take a look at the device now. All right, so this is the actual gateway itself. Now, this particular gateway, we'll take a look at the front first, then we'll go around to the back, and we'll go from there. So the front actually only has 3 buttons. So you got a left button, a right button. I might have done that backwards. Left button, right button, and a menu button to move forward or to select items. There's nothing on the left side. I do have some tape on the back here, just covering up some of the important information, like the QR code to program. For obvious reasons, I'm going to use this for my home internet connection, or for a failover for my home internet connection. But it's also got other connection information about the actual device on it as well. As you can see, you've got two RJ45 US or 245, two RJ45 Ethernet ports on the back here. You've got a standard Type-C connection. I always have trouble with where the camera is located. A Type-C connection here for networking, and then a Type-C down here for power with the mapped out polarity, which is pretty common for most Type-C devices. You obviously have a power on, power off, and that's pretty much it. And on the bottom, you have a SIM slot. Getting it set up is pretty straightforward. You have a Type-C power jack on the back here, and a Type-C that comes in the box with the unit. I do kind of wish this matched this. That kind of throws my OCD off a little bit. You have a white power adapter with a black unit. You would think that they would go for anyway. So basically, all you do is you connect it here, and you plug it into the wall. Now, setup with this device is fairly straightforward. There's a QR code on the back, and all you have to do is download the T-Mobile Internet app on your Android or iOS device, scan the code, and it'll walk you through the instructions on your phone. All right, so to start programming your T-Mobile Home Internet, the first thing that you need to do is you need to download the T-Mobile Home Internet app. Now, I'm assuming that you can search the Google Play Store or, the iOS Play Store or iOS Store. I shouldn't need to show you what the app looks like. It's fairly straightforward. What you're seeing on the screen here to the right over here. Now, you have to be connected to the Wi-Fi network of the T-Mobile Home Internet for it to actually configure or to configure it. It does broadcast its own mobile network. So we're going to go ahead and cut, and I'm going to go ahead and pop over to that for obvious security reasons. So stick around. And so once you go ahead and select the internet, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to bring up the mobile app, which is going to show you all your information. Now, it's going to show you your device, whether it's got a connection to the 5G gateway, and then whether it's got a connection to the internet. So this is the easiest way to tell if you have an outage at your local T-Mobile tower. There will be an X or an issue between the 5G gateway and internet. It also gives you the ability to see your quality. Now, there are 5 different qualities with T-Mobile home internet. You can do poor, weak, good, very good, and excellent. Now, the only reason that I have very good is I'm kind of in a walled off room, and weather conditions are not ideal at all today. It is wintertime here in central New York. So, yeah, this is what we're starting with. So I'm going to keep going down the list here. We'll go ahead and hit the refresh button, see what that does. Oh, just cycles that through again. I am going to blur out what my ID number is there because we don't really need to see that. You guys don't need that information. We'll click on devices. It'll show us the devices that we have here. So the TDN PC is the one that I'm standing in front of. And obviously my S23 Ultra is the phone that I'm holding in my hand here. You guys are watching to the right. Network shows us a little more information about the Wi-Fi network name, and we can check our bands, our password, and go through and do some configuration with it. I think we can do multiple networks. Yes, we can, but I don't think we do anything with VLAN IDs. I don't see anything on here about VLANs, which is a little upsetting for a consumer grade device, which is fine. I mean, it's fairly basic. It just gets you on the internet. It would be nice to have an option to disable DHCP. I don't really see that on here, and obviously it gives you information on how to access T-Mobile support, phone numbers, things like that. And then there's not really much under more settings. So you got like your user guide, so that gives you the user guide for your Sagecom 5688 gateway. Gateway information gives you, I'm obviously going to blur this out. It gives you your firmware, IMEI, and all the information about your actual device, cellular metrics, so like your signal level. You can change your gateway password. You can even restart it from here. So it gives you all that information. So it's actually a really basic app at this point. My hope is that they're going to add additional information to this, kind of like TP-Link with their Deco system is very, very basic. And actually one of the reasons why I only used it for maybe 6 months in my home before I moved to the Omada system, which just is hands down one of the best systems I think I've ever had in my entire life. All right, well, that's where we're going to leave our video for today. If you guys have any questions about T-Mobile Home Internet, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. I will go ahead and post an update video when I reach the 30, 60, maybe 120 day period on how well it works. Now, one of the other reasons that I got this to kind of try out, aside from the novelty of having, the latest and greatest 5G internet, I already have T-Mobile cell phone service, and it just made sense to go with T-Mobile. I have the Omada system in my house, which I actually mentioned in a previous video. Now, I'm going to set that up as a failover. The T-Mobile home internet is going to be set as a WAN failover. So then in the event that my wireline goes off, I have something for it to fall back for. My wife works from home. I work from home. I do a lot of stuff from home for other customers. So to continue to have internet access in a situation where others maybe won't, but cell phone towers are still up, is beneficial to me because it still allows both myself and my wife to continue to do what we do for a living. That's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you have suggestions, go ahead and put those in the comments down below. If you have recommendations or if you just want more information, you can go ahead and post that down below as well. I have launched a Discord server for That Damn Nerd, so you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and join it. It's going to be thatdamnnerd.com/discord. We'll get you that invite link, and you can go ahead and hop in there. It's still under construction, so pardon my dust while I go ahead and get that all set up. Until next time, I will see you guys in the comments. Bye now.